I came out here yesterday and I flew the yellow terror, old Yella as I like to call it now, and we were having such a great time I decided to do something stupid. Thought I'd come out here and I'd fly out and around this paddock because I thought, you know, it's not an issue. We actually crashed and broke the nose off it, and I've lost the motor. So came here yesterday. Now, one of the things when you crash, and you got to imagine I'm 450 meters away, which in Imperial is about 14 miles away. So no, I'm only over near that fence, but I'm trying to see something that's got a wingspan of 1.4, traveling at like 100 mile an hour. Got over here in the morning, looking again into the sun, it just looked black. Anyway, I lost orientation, and then when you lose orientation, your gut feeling is to just power off into the ground and try and do a smooth landing. Well, I thought I did that. I had a camera on board, which was lucky because I actually got the footage. Came over here, walked straight up to it. It had its nose down and bum up in the air. Walked up to it, found everything but the motor. So then what I attempted to do was count how many fence posts I'd come along. So I'm 19 fence posts along. Spent an hour looking for the motor because it's got the spinner on it. And there's a couple of reasons you do that. One is I hate leaving anything behind. And two, the motor and spinner still come in handy, I guess. When I went home and really analysed the video footage, and I slowed it down to 0.125, and then I recorded that, then I slowed it down again, it looks like I've come in and I've rolled, rather than rolled backwards, I've rolled forward. So hopefully my motor's on the other side. Now I've done, when I look for things, I usually start off in a circle and working out. So it looks like he's got a bit of a crop circle thing happening at the moment. So what I thought I'd do is I'd doco it. If I find the motor, I'll be very happy to get the motor's knackered because the actual pull the wires out of the motor. So the motor's knackered. I'm not so much worried about that. I'm more concerned about getting back the prop and spinner, and hopefully it won't be broken, and just recovering everything, as I said earlier. So don't have to count fence posts at the moment because it was only yesterday and I've stomped down all this grass up here. So I've invented this ingenious invention. It's 3 rare earth magnets. Now these are things that they were OH&S bought in about 20 years ago, and they were designed to stick on things, and you could hold your electric leads up, you know, when you're at work. So you'll see here's our crop circle. It's kind of come back a little bit. So this is the area, this is actually where it landed. So it landed kind of right here. So I went over all this and I flattened all this out. You can see where I've been. I sort of came back last night after the video footage, and as I said, I thought I hit and then came backwards this way, but I was flying in this direction. So what I think I've done is I've crashed in here and then I've rolled into here. So if my luck's right, I've got this area in here to try and find it. I know it's not out there. You'd see it if it was out there. It's a brown, or sort of a goldy brown Turnigy motor with, you know, a black prop and a, you know, the aluminium spinner. So hopefully this will pick up the motor. So I'm just going to sort of wave it through as we go, hopefully. Probably not a real good idea, this. I reckon So what I'll do, that's probably not the best idea with that. So I'll put that on the fence there. It's an electric fence, so be very careful. So I reckon I sort of went in here. Have a look at the area I've done. Can't say I didn't try. It's definitely not out there somewhere. And you may sometimes when you crash how fast shit flies. I think the farmer's going to really appreciate me trotting down his field, but feeling a bit disheartened now. Thought I would have found it by now. There she is there. Oh, how good's that? Well, that's what we were looking for, kiddies. We found it. No, I'm really happy with that. Really happy that the prop's not broken. Now, where's my stick? Oh, bit of perseverance, a couple of hours. Would that have, yeah, would have found that, wouldn't it? So, pretty happy with that. You can sort of see what it's done to the motor. It's knackered the motor. But I'll keep the base. I mean, I'll throw the base away. I'll reuse this. Because I can 3D print a new part, but it was more the spinner and the props that I was concerned about. So yeah, that did actually land here and then flip in. So kudos to me. Sorry about the crop circles. Oh, I'm glad I found that. Now there's nothing. I actually lost a whole quad in here one day, long time ago, line of sight. And you wouldn't think that this could hide a quad. I mean, that's hard enough to find a quad if you lose it and you blink. As I said, rule number one, if you crash or fly this stuff in fields like this, try not to fly in this. This might not look like it's tall, but something goes in here, you've lost it. It's that simple. Rule number two, when you crash, or if you're going to feel you're going to crash, throttle off. Try and get it level to minimise the damage, which is what I did. All I did was break the nose off this, so the rest of the machine's fine. All I did was break the nose off, and we're back in action. Put the old farm gate back. You know what they say, you find a gate that's locked and you go in there, make sure you leave it locked.